All right. On the injury front, two guys of note. Quincy had a shoulder. I see exactly how he's going to be when we get back. And Marcelino, hamstring. I think he'll be just fine. When it comes to the game, man, these guys, they fought their ass off. Love every one of those guys for how they came out in the second half. The thing is, we didn't do anything different when it comes to mentality and what we were trying to do. Obviously, the pace had to pick up a little bit when it comes to our offense. There are just small, critical things that we got to get better, and we will do that. We do. But today showed me a lot about who we were as a team and who we're going to be also. So a number of things that we got to correct. And I'm going to say this again, there's no such thing as moral victories when it comes to us. And we're not the same team. We're not the same team at all. And I'm looking forward to our next challenge, which would be against Miami. So we're going to go to work next week, continue to look at those things that we need to fix, and we're going to hone in on that. But I give a lot of credit to the way these guys came out and fought. No quitting any of these guys. But we just have to correct those real small things when it comes to the turnovers, when it comes to listen, this game wasn't won and lost on penalties at all. So I know that's going to be a huge thing. But when you look at the facts, you let me know where we were in penalties before this game. So I'm not even going to use that as an excuse. So we got to get better. I know that. And we will get better. But I like exactly the way our guys fought.
It seemed like Tyrod was, getting a little bit more rhythm in the second half. Just kind of what did you see from him in that second half?
That's exactly what he did. I think Tanner did a really good job. We talked at halftime as far as some of the calls that we knew that he liked. We want to make sure we get those in, and we got him in at a more rapid pace. And just like any quarterback, man, once those guys get into a rhythm, man, they start to see the game a lot quicker, and things really slow down for him. And I thought that's what happened to him going the second half. The thing that we have to do is, man, how quickly can we start that process of us being able to move the ball and make those plays? And we have to do a better job of that. That's one of the things that I was talking about how we got to go to work next week and make sure that we correct those things and making sure we start a little bit faster.
What were kind of the emotions like at the end there? You go from that high of that punt return touchdown and then come right back and score, obviously. But
man, it's always tough. But here's the thing that we also talked about is confidence and belief. And that's why I say these guys are not the same. These guys believe. And we're going to continue to believe. And no matter what the situation is, this is something we talked about going back to training camp. No matter what the situation is, we can always win the game. And those guys showed that. So I was proud of that all the things that we talked about in the offseason when it comes to that, these guys believed in that, and they showed it.
There was a lot of pressure. You knew they were going to blitz a lot, and there was a lot of pressure. Can you just talk about that and some of the issues that blitz was causing?
That's nothing new from a Todd Bowles defense. That's what they always do. And there's really nothing to really elaborate on. That's who he is as a defensive coach. He likes the pressure. And when you do that, man, we got to be spot on with how we protect. We also got to be spot on by getting the ball out, too. And I thought we did a better job of that in the second half of being able to do that. So I thought across the board, our players understood exactly what we had to do, and they did a better job of that in the second half. We just got to, again, make sure we do that better in the first half.
Aaron, when you say we're not the same team, you said in your opening statement, what do you mean you're not the same team as what?
Well, we're not the same team as what everyone says, same old Jets. These guys are going to fight no matter what the situation is. There's no give up in them. I hate that term. And I really don't know what that term means, but I know this. They're not the same old Jets. All right, so these guys are fighters. I love these guys. And, listen, we know we have work to do. And I said this before. This is not an instant coffee team. All right, this is a team that's going to continue to keep stacking until we get to where we need to get to where we can consistently win these games. And, again, I like where we're at, but I know we have a lot of work to do.
When Lazard scored, could you just go through the thought process? You kicked the extra point, whereas a two-pointer there would have protected you from them making a field goal.
Hindsight is always something that you guys always talk about, so I wish I would have known that was going to happen. But the thing is, it gave us a chance to go and score a touchdown like we did and get the lead. So I'm not going to go back and just think about what could have, what should have happened. That's what you guys do. I just know this. I know our guys fought their ass off to try to win this game. And I like everything that we did when it comes to decision-making when it comes to this game.
Did you feel like Will was getting close? I know he had the running into the kicker earlier in the game. Did you see that coming?
Well, our special team coordinator, Banjo, does a good job of identifying guys that can go make a play for us. And it just so happened doing scout team, Will wanted to rush the kick. And he was rushing from the edge. And me and Banjo looked at each other like, listen, we might give this guy a chance. And then we did. We had some edge rushes and then the one critical one where he was able to leap and be able to make a play. Was one that Banjo did a really good job of calling at that time of need. And listen, playmakers make plays. And that's what this game is all about. I mean, there's a number of things that can go through a game. There's ebb and flows that goes through a game. But at the end of the day, your playmakers got to make plays. And that's what Will did.
Couple more.
With the pass rush of the Jets today, one sack against the patchwork offensive line with walk out and go to be out and worse out, is that a little disappointing?
You know what? How many holding calls do they have?
7.
I'm not disappointed at that. So when you look at the totality of what happened, I thought those guys did a really good job. The thing that we do have to do a better job of, we had him in our grasp a couple of times, and we just got to finish those plays. So I know for a fact that we can make all these deals of, what could have happened. But the thing is, they forced 7 holding calls, and we had a guy in our hands, and that's what I'm disappointed in. We had him, and we didn't finish the play.
Aaron, as a coach, how do you balance? I mean, you stressed the positives about how they didn't quit, but at the other, there's no moral victories, and you are 0-3 right now.
Yeah.
So how do you present that to the team in terms of a balance?
Well, you just said it. We're 0-3. We're 0-3. How many more games do we have left?
14.
That speaks for itself. We have a lot of games to go play, and you can build on this. You can build on this. The one thing I don't do, which I understand that New York media tries to do, is the negative parts of it, but I'm not going to be that way. I'm going to let you guys deal with that. We're going to look at the things that we did well, and we're going to continue to push forward because we're going to improve, and we're going to make sure we get over that hump. I do know that.
Sauce Gardner, you didn't mention him among the injuries.
Well, he came back in. Yeah. Make sure you look at the game.
Tyrod's coming in.
All right.
Questions for Tyrod?
What was the difference between the first half and the second half? It looks like you made some good adjustments at halftime with the OC. Can you tell us the tale